Welcome to the Nevis Newscast for Thursday, May 1st, 2025. I'm Donis Wilkinson Keynes. The Nevis Online Gaming Bill 2025 was passed in the Nevis Island Assembly on Tuesday, April 29th. The legislation seeks to establish an effective and comprehensive regime to regulate the online gaming industry. The mover of the bill, Premier and Minister of Finance, the Honourable Mark Brantley, stated the objective.
The primary purpose is to establish a comprehensive regulatory framework for the online gaming industry. The intention is to ensure responsible gaming practices, protect consumers, especially minors, prevent addiction and curb financial crimes such as money laundering and fraud. This bill also aims to establish a licensing regime, promote fair and responsible play, compliance and dispute resolution within the sector. Other key areas of the bill, to which I will come, make provision for the payment of fees, imposition of fines and penalties for violations and non-compliance by licensees. There's a requirement for regulations and the appropriate remedies. In order to protect entities who would offer this service and the individuals who would access the service, it is in the best interests of Nevis to regulate the industry by establishing a secure, responsible, fair, and legal system for online gaming.
Premier Brantley also outlined the key provisions of the bill and the expected outcomes.
We want to create a safe and regulated online gaming environment. We want to enhance consumer protection and responsible gaming culture. We want to increase government revenue through licensing and fees. We want to prevent financial crimes associated with unregulated gaming. We want to create jobs. We want to create further diversification to the local economy. And we want, as much as possible, to have the Nevis economy being safeguarded from certain exogenous shocks. We anticipate that we can earn up to US $10 million per year going forward from this effort on which we embarked here today. We anticipate, Madam President, that in the first year that we should see earnings of up to $2 million US, and that is intended to grow exponentially thereafter. That represents direct revenue to the Inland Revenue Department here. It also, of course, has the potential to generate considerable jobs.
The legislation emphasizes data protection and the cybersecurity requirements to prevent fraud and misuse and to promote responsible gaming within Nevis. Meantime, on Tuesday, April 29th, the Nevis Island Assembly also approved the resolution of the Nevis Island Administration acting through its cabinet ministers.
Whereas, in supporting and approving the island of Nevis to meet its regional obligation as a signatory to the St. George's Declaration of Environment Sustainability in the OECS, including Principle 11, using available resources wisely, Principle 12, protecting natural and cultural heritage, and Principle 13, protecting plant and animal species. The ministers of the administration in their meeting on the 16th April 2025 passed, adopted, and consented to the following declarations and resolutions. And whereas recognizing the importance of sustainable management of its natural resources and rich biodiversity, the administration has made a commitment to protecting its forests, inland waters, and coastal marine areas.
Minister of Physical Planning and Environment, the Honourable Spencer Brand, presented Resolution Number 3 of 2025.
Now, therefore, be it resolved that this Honourable House does hereby declares its intention that 1. The forest of Nevis Peak above the 1,000-foot contour throughout the island of Nevis be and is hereby constituted the Nevis Peak National Park. Further, the Nevis Peak National Park is hereby declared to be a Category 2 protected area in accordance with the International Conservation Unit IUCN guidelines. 2. The Camps River Watershed, as described by map appended to this resolution, is hereby declared to be a protected area for the purpose of environmental conservation and protection. 3. The Nevis Peak National Park and the Camps River Watershed are hereby referred to as the protected areas. 4. The Department of Physical Planning and Environment is hereby charged with the management and administration of the protected areas, and with all responsibility for giving full effect to this resolution. 5. The Department of Physical Planning and Environment may give special consideration to applications for development above the 1,000-foot contour and below the 1,300-foot contour in the island generally, as shown in map appended to this resolution.
The resolution is in keeping with the National Conservation and Environment Protection Act of the laws of the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis. Still to come?
Even if it's free for you to enter, please still make a contribution, recognizing that these things cost a lot for us to put in place.
We'll give you the details after this break.
Greetings, everyone. I am the Honorable Spencer Brand, Minister with responsibility for communications, public works, water services, physical planning and environment, disaster management, post and labor in the Nevis Island Administration. I am indeed delighted to offer congratulations to the Nevis International Financial Services industry. Government revenue generated from this industry has made significant contribution to the development of our island over the past 4 decades, and we expect that the revenue will continue to ensure that our island continue to develop. Infrastructure such as roads, electricity, and water have seen remarkable improvement over the last 4 decades. I wish to embrace the success of the Nevis International Financial Services industry, which has redounded to the success of the livelihoods of the people of Nevis. Happy 40th anniversary and congratulations.
Welcome back. The Ministry of Tourism has introduced a non-national resident fee for use of the Bath Hot Springs upgraded site. Proof of residency will be required to obtain the concessionary rates.
Nevisians and Kittitians nationals are free to use the Bath stream. And then we had visitors, that is, non-locals, having to pay $5. But there was a category in between that we didn't provide for, and that is people who are resident here but don't have any credentials as a citizen here. But they live here. They make their contribution here. And so today, I'm here to announce that we've now introduced a non-national resident rate. And that will be $5 EC or US $2. So put differently, citizens of St. Kitts and Nevis will be free. If you live here in St. Kitts and Nevis, it will be $5 EC or the US $2. And if you are a visitor, that is, you live overseas, and you're clearly then not a resident, and you're not a citizen, then you would pay $5 US.
Premier and Minister of Tourism, the Honorable Mark Brantley, also announced that a $25 weekly pass as well as an $80 monthly pass will be introduced.
And if you realize that the weekly pass at EC $25 gives a discount, because a week is 7 days, and if you were paying by the day, it would be $5 per day. But you could pay by the week and get it for $25. And some people, I'm told, go there every day. And so we encourage them to take advantage of this.
He called on the general public to do their part to keep the Bath Hot Springs upgraded site in good condition.
We do have, of course, nevertheless, a donation basket there. that we also encourage people to make donations. So even if it's free for you to enter, please still make a contribution, recognizing that these things cost a lot for us to put in place.
The NIA invested some $800,000 in upgrades to the Bath Hot Springs site. The Ministry of Human Resources in the Nevis Island Administration is sharing information regarding the Republic of Azerbaijan Scholarship Offer 2025-2026. This scholarship program is available to persons younger than 35 years who are interested in pursuing studies at the bachelor's level. Persons younger than 40 years who are interested in pursuing studies at the master's level, and persons younger than 45 years who are interested in pursuing studies at the doctoral level. The scholarship covers the tuition fee, language preparatory courses, a monthly stipend for education materials, accommodation and daily expenses, flight, visa and registration, and an annual allowance for medical expenses. The following documents must be completed with the application form: 2 certified copies of your diplomas and the transcripts, 2 copies of your passport, 2 notarized copies of medical certificates including HIV/AIDS and hepatitis B and C tests, 2 photos, and 2 copies of your resume and motivation letter. For further information regarding the application process, contact the Ministry of Human Resources. The application form and the supporting documents must be submitted to the Ministry of Human Resources by May 8, 2025 for onward processing. That's it for this edition of the Nevis Newscast. On behalf of all of us here at the Department of Information, thank you for viewing. I'm Donis Wilkinson Keynes.